Join Dalton and Jacob as they discuss the ever-changing world of trading card games. TCG Buzz starts now.
Hello and welcome to TCG Talk. My name is Jacob and I am caffeinated today, so everything is good. I am joined by my best friend, Bryce.
Welcome back to Krabby Patty.
I mean, you're on the list of friends, I guess.
Just like at the Facebook friend list where there's like 800 people you pay no attention to and then like your 5 actual people you talk to.
Yeah, you're on the list.
I mean, come on. I'm not as useless as YouTube friends.
Oh. Shout out to all my YouTube friends. Thanks, Bryce. So we've got a really interesting video today. Someone, a fan / friend of the channel, going by the Discord name, Shiny the Infernape, did a thing for me, and I'm gonna be totally honest. I totally strong arm. Like, please do this. This sounds awesome, right?
Yeah.
And I absolutely will do a video on it if you do it. And they did, and that was sent to me on January 15th. And it is the day we're recording this is February 16th. So it took a little while. But we are here and we are ready for this. So what we're doing is they have created a list of Magic the Gathering cards for us to review, but they're all based on Buddy Fight characters.
Please tell me it's not Teferi Tribal.
Uh-oh. So this is fun. Buddy Fight's like our favorite card game to play, but we're also both big Magic nerds, right? So this is a very unique video that is like 100% right up our alley and will probably never appeal to anyone other than the 2 people sitting at this table. But if you do enjoy it, let us know, and let us know if you want to see some more of this type of thing. I don't know. Yeah. Vanguard and Magic next. I'll have Brody on for that one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go through the list. I have them here, and then you guys will see them on screen if I'm not lazy and I actually create cool images for them.
Yeah.
Bryce knows none of these. I know them. I'm not all that familiar with them because it's been a month since I read them, but Bryce has never heard any of them.
All I know is I just want Teferi to die when Core 2021 comes around.
Great. All right, so the first one, we got to start with the classic, the original poster boy for the series, Drum Bunker Dragon.
You mean the only one that ever gets continuous support that continues to be an actual relevant deck in the meta?
Drum Bunker Dragon. He costs 2, a red, and a white.
Okay.
Interesting color combination. Kind of makes sense. He is kind of Boros-y. I mean, he's a dragon knight, right? Creature, armored dragon. Power, 5. Toughness, 5. With trample and vigilance.
So why is he a 4-mana 5/5 with trample vigilance? He's not a legendary, right?
No. I mean,
that's just.
I don't think any of them were created as legendaries. That they probably all should be, to be honest. Since
I mean,
specific.
that would be like justified if it was a legendary, because like, okay, you can have one. Nah, we're just gonna play for this in your Boros stomping.
If you had to give it a grade from 1 to 10, like if you open that card in a booster pack,
10 out of 10 would snap it.
Yeah, that's probably a little overpowered.
At least it's not Great Merchant.
It's kind of hard to do Drumwright because his base form is extremely basic, but it's cool. Next, we have one of his original rivals, Armor Knight Cerberus.
Good.
We've got the Furries.
Yeah, here coming.
He costs 2, a red, and a black. He's a creature, armored beast. These stats. He's got power of 6, toughness of 4.
Good.
With trample, haste.
This guy just loves trample.
And activate ability, pay a red and a black. Sacrifice a creature you control to destroy target creature your opponent controls with a hard once per turn.
Does it add only sorcery speed, or is that an instant?
It doesn't specify, so
So it's an instant.
instant speed.
It's pretty strong. 10 out of 10 would pick that out of draft pick.
Yeah, that would be like a mythic rare.
Yeah.
And that would be
Yeah.
a first pick.
Oh, yeah.
So far, we're stats wise, especially, we're leaning on the heavy side.
Yeah.
That changes now with my boy, Demon Lord Osmodi.
Oh, no, they had to do you dirty.
He is a 1, a blue, and a black.
Okay.
And power of 3,
Okay.
toughness of 1.
Oh, good. Notion Thief.
When this card enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, return target creature your opponent controls to their hand. Then your opponent discards a card.
Oh, okay. It's like Tomb Lich, basically. The underground Tomb Lich or whatever from 20.
I like how it kind of takes all of the various things Osmodi has been known for over the years and makes a really condensed down version of that. You get the bounce, you get the discard, you get the disruption, and you get the terrible stats.
But why is he a 3-1 instead of a 1-3?
Because he's always a tough boy, but with no legs.
He just wishes to be a cloud.
So, rating on that one?
A solid 5 out of 10.
7, because it's an Osmodi. That +2 for...
It's not Madden. 2 out of 10 IGN rating.
Next is Nanomachine Ninja Tsukikage. He's a 1, a green, and a blue. And he's an Imperial Ninja. And Ninja is the first one we have that's an actual thing.
Right.
Right? He doesn't have ninjutsu, though, so I'm going to have to give him an F.
I'm going to have to give him a 0 out of 10.
He has power 4, toughness 1. For 3 mana.
This guy just does not like booty. He just wants all arms.
When this card would be destroyed, you may discard a non-creature spell. If you do, this card gains Shroud until end of turn.
One more time.
When this card would be destroyed...
What?
Yeah, that doesn't exactly work, does it?
No, it doesn't.
No,
it's like, cool, he has Shroud.
But he still dies?
But he still dies and you discard
So
him.
that one might need some reworking.
0 out of 10 would not play
He has
that.
the second ability, though. While this card is on the field, if you play a card during your opponent's turn, target creature your opponent controls gets -1/-1.
This is still 0 out of 10.
He-
I'd rather
well,
play.
the first ability is literally useless, so...
I'd rather play Chromium,
Yeah.
and that's 8 mana.
Yeah. Iceblade Joker.
Good.
This is kind of weird, because Iceblade's a size 0, right? In Buddy Fights, you think he'd be a tiny boy, right?
No, he's a 5-1. I got it.
3 blue and white. He's a spirit. 5 power, 1 toughness. Yes.
Keeping the status quo.
See, all the Buddy Fight cards have to be aggro because that's all Buddy Fight knows. When this card is discarded from your hand, you may pay blue-white if you do so it's madness, basically.
Yeah.
Right? Other creatures with a mana cost of 5 or greater that you control gain +1/+0.
Why are you designing a blue-white card to be green? This plays like a Rakdos card. This doesn't play like blue-white at all. If anything, let's call this the color-shifted cube. Now featuring Psionic Blast.
So next is Bladewing Phoenix. 2, a green, and a white. And it's a bird.
Bird.
Wow, we have something with actual legs.
Oh
Power 4, toughness 3.
my god. It doesn't have 1 toughness.
Flying. Double strike. Okay, I get it flavor-wise, because the Bladewing's known for having double attack, and then later triple attack, then quadruple attack. But double strike is extremely powerful. So that's kind of scary.
Yeah, it is.
When this card deals combat damage to an opponent, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a creature, target creature you control gains a +1/+1 counter.
Oh, so explore, but better, because you don't lose the card.
If it's a sorcery, it's got more. If it's a instant or sorcery, deal 3 damage to target creature. If it's an artifact or enchantment, draw a card, and then put the revealed card into the graveyard.
Okay.
Okay. That one's a little messy, I think.
Yeah,
A little bit.
that's
Little cluttered.
It's like you want to be a Golgari deck, but also you want to be a Explore deck, but also no.
Drago Wizard Kinos Axia. He's 1 blue-red.
Good.
He's a 2/2. He is a wizard. He's a dragon wizard. So wizard synergy.
Hey, Drago Genius.
When this card enters the field, deal 1 damage to all players. And he's got an activated ability. 4 blue-red. Tap him. Deal X damage divided as you wish to target player and creatures that player controls. X is equal to the number of instants and sorceries in your graveyard. That's a game-ending ability there. That's pretty cool, actually. I think that's, regardless of it being a Buddyfight card, like if they just printed that as a normal Magic card, that would be a very fun rare for an Is It deck. It's not that ridiculously powerful because it's 6 mana to deal that, and you have to set up your graveyard, but...
So, guys, there's a reason why we printed Leyline of the Void. Please play that. Please.
Are you ready? Demonic Demise Dragon Ozzy Dahaka.
Ooh.
4 black. And he's a demon dragon.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's an 8/8. That's a lot for 6.
Yeah, it is. It's like everything else this
But
guy's made so far.
He's
Strict
got
upsides.
he's got extra costs.
Ooh.
As an additional cost to for this card, exile 3 dragon creature spells from your graveyard.
Okay.
So you got a setup. Double strike. All right. No double strike, please. Vigilance Trample. If it was just Vigilance Trample, I'd be fine with it. But he also has an ability.
But he also has a game-ending ability.
When this card is destroyed by your opponent, so they'd have to write it out as by battle or by card effect, or I don't know. Search your deck for 1 equipment named Demonic Demise Sword, Aqualta Gwalnith, and add it to your hand. There is no Demonic Demise Aqualta Gwalnith card. Unless it's further down the list.
This sounds like Joe Strictly Worst Cube, where he puts an Eye of Ugin in it, and then there's no Eldrazi's in the cube.
How do you rate that card? Outside of not knowing what Aqualta Gwalnith does.
I'd still play it. That's still a beefy boy.
Double strike on an 8/8 is enough.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Would play again.
You just have to get dragons in your graveyard.
Oh, darn. That won't be too hard, especially in EDH. It's like, he's playing dragons. Hard target him. Ah!
Captain Answer.
It's a stupid name.
2 and a white. You don't want me to finish this card. Okay, so I'm going to say some of our stats have been a little on the questionable side, right?
Yeah.
This card would absolutely dominate in format warp. It is a 3 mana 5/5.
What?
Uh-huh.
What is this guy smoking? Pass those joints around here, buddy.
But it also has an ability, which I think the ability's clever, but the stats are the problem here.
Yeah.
It's got Bestow
Okay.
for 4 and a white, right? Enchanted creature gets +3/+3, and declare a card type, then reveal the top card of your deck. If the revealed card is of the card type you declared, this creature gains double strike till end of turn. Put the revealed card into the graveyard.
Okay. Hear me out. We play Azira Haka and this.
So the problem here is the stats. They're way too high for the mana cost.
Like everything else the guy's made so far.
If this was like a 2/2 with a Bestow for 5, that's a pretty decent Bestow. If you don't know, Bestow means you equip them as an enchantment, which I get. It's kind of like the Magic version of Transform. It's clever, right?
Yeah.
But the stats are too high.
So, I get it. So you play Azida Haka and this in your deck, and you go, look at me. I'm the captain now.
Next, we have Shadow Hero Schwarz. 2 and a black.
Very nice to meet you.
How do you feel about a 3-mana 4/4?
Yeah, it seems pretty mediocre. Yeah.
But he does have an extra cost. As an additional cost to this card, discard a card from your hand.
Okay.
So that's a little more fair, right? When it ETBs, destroy a creature with 4 toughness or less on your opponent's field. At the end of this card's battle, return it to the hand. What's wrong with it? What do you not like about it?
It's not too fair.
I will say, I think this one captures the spirit of Schwarz really well.
Right.
Right? I feel I should complain about the stats being a little too high, but having to discard a card and it bounces back to the hand.
Makes sense, you know?
I'd say this one's relatively fair. It would still probably have to be at least an uncommon.
Right.
Right?
It would definitely be an uncommon.
I like it. I like it. Black Dragon of Death, Abigail. 1 black. It's a dragon.
Good.
Flying.
Oh,
then-
because Azida Haka didn't need flying either.
Ability. Pay 1 black, or in your case, 2 life. Seeing mana's no joke, man. I lost my place. And discard a card from your hand. Destroy target creature your opponent controls. Put X amount of cards from the top of your opponent's deck into their graveyard. X being the destroyed card's converted mana cost.
That's pretty good. What the stats?
Stats?
Yeah.
They're not listed.
He's like, I give
We're
up
going to make it a 1/1.
to keep it fair.
That ability's 1 mana and a discard. The discard's a lot, right? But you get to destroy something and mill.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And like the guy comes back in the YouTube comments like, oh, I'm sorry, I meant to make him a 7/7.
It's nice though. I like it.
Yeah.
Dragon of the Sun, Ball Dragon. I do know our creator here is a big Sun Dragon fan.
All right, he's probably a 2-mana 10/10.
So
with upside.
2, a red and a white. Power 5, toughness 3, which I think are Ball's actual stats on his base form. So clever. Trample. Love that trample.
What?
When this card is blocked by an opposing creature, this card gets +5/+0 until end of battle.
That's so broken.
Okay, I get what they're going for, but if you're gonna do that, the mana cost is gonna have to be double. No,
Or don't give it trample. How about just don't?
well,
do
because
that?
Ball has penetrate, so I guess, right? But 4 mana for a 10/3 trample.
That's dumb.
It's a little much.
You know how Golta's expensive as a promo because it's basically a 2-mana 12/12 trampler? Yeah, that.
But I like it in concept. It would have to be... Well, how much mana would you want that to cost? Keeping the abilities intact.
What was his mana?
He's a 4 currently.
Let's make that a 7 mana cost.
Yeah, I think 7's... I think we're in agreement there. 7 would be perfect for that. And or you could put it at 9 and make it a common for drafts.
Hey, it'll be more playable than Draco.
Next we have Cat Shein Boots.
His boots are made for walking.
He costs a single white.
But now what does he do?
He is a 1/1, right?
Yeah.
What if I was just he's a 7/7?
Wow!
When this card is destroyed, surveil 2. If you have 10 or more fairy cards in your graveyard, note that it's fairy with an IE. Nice.
Oh no.
In your graveyard, creatures you control with equipments get +3/+3 and, say it with me,
Trample.
trample. Well, the question is, how hard is it to get 10 fairies in the drop?
Not at all.
No.
Oh no, my spell starter sprite.
Well, keep in mind it also has Surveil too.
Yeah.
The 3/3. The problem here is, I mean, it only gives it to creatures with equipment, but I'm just wondering how many decks will be mill decks, fairy decks, and equipment decks.
Uno.
Right. So it's probably okay.
Yeah.
8th Omni Deity Lord Grangadez.
Mambo Gringades.
5 red. He's a big boy.
Hey.
Power 7, Toughness 5, Dragon. This card must attack each turn if able.
Good.
Trample, Vigilance, First Strike, and Persist.
Interesting. He doesn't have Undying.
I mean, Persist works.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. That would be a pretty good rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd definitely draft that. 7 out of 10.
Yeah, pretty good. Even Heart, Yami Yichune. No one will get 1 green-black. Spirit, Power 4, Toughness 1.
Alright.
Okay. When a spirit or zombie you control deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice that creature. If you do, draw a card. When this creature enters the battlefield from the graveyard, deal 1 damage to your opponent, and you gain 1 life.
You know how Commander's broken? Why do we keep doing that?
I'd be okay with this if there was 1 tiny change.
It doesn't sacrifice creature.
No, I'm fine with that. If it says spirit or zombie, take out the zombie, and I think it's fine. Because spirits are not nearly as known for their, that. So I think that would be enough to balance it out to be a pretty decent card.
I'm stuck in a format where Thrasios and Timna still roam around because for some reason, Sheldon thought it was a good idea to have both Flash and Protean Hulk in the same format. Why? We're the casuals. The casuals are playing Flash now because of how busted it is. Not necessarily Protean Hulk, but like, oh, hey, during your turn, Massacre Girl you. Oh, my board's dead. Very cool. I guess my turn's done.
Are you ready for the final card?
I'm ready. Yeah.
First of all, before we do the final card, I just want to say, let us know what you would have done different. And let us know how you feel your favorite buddy fight monster got treated.
I feel like this guy's a big fan of Notion Thief and Forces Savagery because they literally, almost all of them have no legs. They have just arms.
Are you ready for the last one?
Sure.
Who do you think we saved for best for last?
Right.
Who is it?
It's your boy Death Count Requiem.
No. That would just be a saga, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
No lie.
10 mana saga, and its third thing is just win the game.
But it has to stick around for 3 turns.
No. It's 4. Because it needs 3. So it's 4 turns, right?
Yeah.
And the first 3 are all blank. And the last one's just win the game. Great. So it's Jackknife.
Of course. Okay, we can end the video right now.
Star Aster Jackknife. 2 a blue and a white for a 4/4. When this card enters the battlefield, you may equip up to 1 equipment onto it without paying the equip cost, as long as it has a mana cost of 4 or less.
Okay. I was getting PTSD of World Breaker. I was like, this is bad.
And it has 1 other ability, and it's kind of actually neat.
What?
If this card is tapped for crew, give target artifact creature with crew +2/+2.
Why are we playing Azorius Vulture?
I don't know. But it's funny. I guess it was to try and, interpret Drago arms.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty clever way to do it, I think.
All right, so you're building Azorius Affinity aggro, just like in Standard, but you only get 1 Ginger Brute, which is is 3 times as sad. And then you get 1 Mystic Force, you get 1 of your Steel Overseer. You're just trying to play Affinity and Commander.
So, did you have fun?
Yeah, it was alright. But, Guy, I know you love Notion Thief, but at least improve the legs and take away the arms, please. We don't need them all to have trample.
Trample.
Just like how everything but in Buddy Fight doesn't need to be pro everything, but also quad strike and also penetrate and also can't nullify it.
I'm just imagining it's every other keyword. This is nice. But I like this trample. No, but I had fun with this. It's nice to see the interpretations, and I'd love to do this again sometime with some other concepts. So if you guys have ideas or you want to be the one to make them and throw in your own weird hotness into the mix, feel free to reach out to me on Discord and send me all your stuff. No promises that we'll do them, because we're very busy, important people, aren't we, Bryce?
Yes.
Yeah, we're so busy.
I guess I'll be on MTG Press for the next 30 minutes to show you how it's done.
Oh, are we gonna have Bryce's response?
We're just gonna have nothing but Azidahaka support.
That's pretty much all I've got to say to you guys. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and see you next time.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to TCG Buzz. New episodes can be found on tcgbuzz.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. For box openings, deck profiles, and more, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.